Welcome back to the channel, guys. Justin here with AGM once again. We are out here with a pretty cool crew today. We're in Florida. We got Travis taking us around today, and we're doing a little bit of this.
Removal of invasive species.
So as I already stated in the intro, we are here with Travis. We also have Trey still here with us and Crispy. We're all going out to hopefully kill some iguanas together. Yep. And so between the whole group, we have a few different setups. On air guns, we're going to be using air guns for this whole thing. We got a couple guns with just regular daytime optics, and then of course we're bringing the thermals. It's interesting because we are hunting an animal that is cold-blooded, responds differently to the temperature of the environment. So essentially we're just gonna kind of see how it goes using the thermals on such a hot day with looking at reptiles. This isn't something that we've really done, especially for like a video like this before. So Travis, do you just real quick wanna just kind of tell everybody what you do?
Yeah, so I'm in the air rifles, been in the air rifles. I shoot for Team Raw. Also an invasive species specialist, so I remove invasive species all over the state of Florida, from North Florida, South Florida, Central Florida. I remove Muscovy ducks, iguanas, snakes, tegus, and pretty much anything in that spectrum or in between. So yeah, we're gonna go out, hit these canals and see if we can't destroy some iguanas.
Great. This is my first time doing this.
My very first time. I'm excited.
Crispy, you've done this.
I've been here before. Kind of a pro. I taught Travis everything he knows.
Totally did. Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, we got a good crew. Let's get after it.
Let's do it. They're such an invasive species. They can actually have up to 70 eggs per hatch. And right now, for all you whitetail hunters, I call this the rut for iguanas. But what they do is, this was killed off of one female earlier today.
The first one I shot earlier.
The first female he shot. And that's just half of the eggs that we had.
All of them, yeah.
Yeah, it's not even all of them. So they're, imagine all those hatching, turning into iguanas. It's like wildfire. So,
and they're just here in the city.
They're everywhere, but they're all like, people are like, oh, why aren't they out in the woods, or why aren't you out in the woods doing this? Iguanas eat what? Plants. They're herbivores, so they want to eat plants. So they're eating flowers, fruit. Exactly. What's everywhere?
Mango trees.
Exactly. They're everywhere where people live.
Yeah.
So that's why they're so popular in the inner city areas. But they're all in the canal systems down here.
Yeah.
And it's not, anybody can't just come and do this. I highly recommend getting a guide and getting someone that's a licensed trapper, because they're gonna keep you from going to jail.
Yeah, because you literally, when we got here, you called and said we were here.
And that's what I was just doing just now when y'all were shooting. I was calling ourselves in. Yeah.
Cool.
Because we don't want anybody to go to jail.
No, and you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go the other side, because when we pulled in, I saw two. I just shot a iguana about 71 yards away with the thermo. I'm picking them up. I can see them all day, every day.
Go down.
guys, we have been out shooting iguanas all day. It is about 5 o'clock, so we're coming into the evening time. So we just stopped by
Palm Beach Air Guns.
what's this place called? Palm Beach Air Guns. We just stopped by Palm Beach Air Guns, so we're getting kind of reloaded. We're refilling all the air tanks, just getting things ready for the evening shoot. We're gonna go see how this goes as it starts to cool down, as it starts to get darker.
So tonight's experience, what do you think the prediction is with the thermals and iguanas? What do you think is going to actually happen?
I predict that we're going to see similar results.
Agreed.
Because, especially with these
I predict we're gonna shoot a million of them.
Trey,
A million. 1 million billion.
Trey's ambitious.
Doesn't mean he's gonna hit him.
Hey. We coined this new deal. Crispy misses a lot.
Let me tell
You
you.
can see on my channel like how much he missed. Like he never hit anything.
Let me tell you what's nice about going iguana hunting is if we were to take these two guys coyote hunting, we wouldn't get anything done because they never stop fighting. It's too loud. It's too much back and forth.
There's a lot of bickering.
But we see everything.
But luckily, we're hunting iguanas today, and they don't seem so spooked by all the back
You're
and
gonna
forth.
put on your video that I missed a lot. Hey, blur his face out on the video.
It's already done. He's gonna be a blur face.
All right, so we're done with like our daytime portion of hunting. Obviously, it's getting dark. Tell us just how it's been going with the thermals so far.
I think I had an advantage because iguanas are a cold-blooded animal, right? So you're not supposed to be able to pick them up with thermals, obviously, because thermals pick up a heat, sensor and whatnot, and then you're able to see that with like a pig or a deer or all that. But iguanas are cold-blooded, so you're not supposed to see them. But since they were sunbathing, the sun was out today, that was kind of reflecting off of them. So when they were hiding in the grass, in the tall grass, and everybody was walking by and I was scanning, I was like, oh, there's one. Yeah. And so I had more shots than everybody else because of it.
Yeah, and we were like, it was a question coming into this video.
Yeah.
It was how is this going to go with the thermals? But there were times when all of us would.
I'll tell you guys something really crazy. So I had this one,
This guy's always getting in the middle.
this one, and all of the stuff that he saw, I literally couldn't see it. He'd be like, there they are. I'd be like, I literally cannot see them with a regular scope.
There's a few times I was asking, what is he shooting at? And
Yeah.
you hear the pop
Yeah,
of him
everyone
hitting
will
stuff.
walk by.
We'd be like, dude, he thumped it. And like, Crispy was the man. We couldn't see him at all. And we had walked by. Travis and I walked by with binoculars and this scope. And then Crispy was like, there's one right here. And he was like trying to be nice because he shot all of them. And then he was like,
I don't know about all of them.
there's one right here. And I'm like looking and I'm like, dude, I can't see him. Like, just shoot him.
Yeah, I had a little bit of an advantage.
This is a change of tune from this guy. What did you pay him to get these little?
I can't say it on camera.
That's so dirty. All right, I'm good. Bye.
Yeah. But there were times when everyone walked by because they camouflage well in the grass and the plants and whatever, and you were able to see them. So now it's dark, everything's cooling down. The sun's not out to be radiating so much heat off of them. They're not sunbathing anymore. So we're gonna see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if we're gonna be able to still spot them because it's the sun just went down 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And so I want to see if that sun is still kind of if it's holding the heat.
I don't see why it wouldn't though.
Yeah.
They sit in the sun to gain heat, so and it's not going to drop that low tonight, so they should stay. They should float.
So I'm curious to see if we're gonna see them or not. That's the
Wait, all the specs you see.
Holy
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
It's like those are
8. There's 9. Yeah, there's a huge one. There's a 9.
huge ones in the
Look at how many
trees
there are.
above the water. Across, you just
They're just
scan
literally
them.
going from this end all the way across.
Correct. Should we walk across to the other side?
You hit him again. Hitting the limb. Hit him. Right there. Oh, he's bleeding bad.
Oh!
we are done with our, we're done with the night session. Thank you. Which, based on what we saw through the thermals, probably could have kept going on for a while.
Yeah.
So I would say
Thermals are better at night.
Successful nighttime session.
100%.
Yeah, the thermals were incredible.
We should have just waited till they got dark and done this like. I slept all day and then done this.
Thermal, when we turned on the thermals, it became like 80% easier. Like, oh, there they are, there they are, there they are. Oh, they're not on that side. Let's not walk over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was telling Randy, I said, I don't think I'm gonna hunt iguanas during the day anymore.
Yeah, it's way cooler at night.
Yeah,
too.
way better at night, and I told less people.
I got so sunburned today that I had to put this shirt on.
Which you look great, by the way.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
It's very slimming.
It's very slimming, yeah.
Yeah, very rapid.
You know. Anyway, yeah, I'm like, those are incredible, like legit incredible. And the thermals are, what thermal was it we were using?
That was the Clarion.
The Clarion is so clear that literally you can be like, yep, that's an iguana.
Oh, is it? Is that why they call it Clarion?
It's like the old stereos.
And I mean, as a plug for the Clarion, we talk so much about applications for that scope, specifically about hog hunting and coyote hunting. Those are the things that we touch the most when we talk about the reason for that scope. But pretty cool that with the Clarion, you do get that dual field of view and dual base mag, because in a situation like this especially, it's nice to have that wide field of view, because they're in all the trees. And then you can crank that knob and get that up in base mag and get that tighter field of view and start working in on more like tighter punched in shots.
And I will say this,
go ahead.
If you go back and look at the video probably right before this one with CR2 Solutions, when he was talking about thermal and night vision and why you kind of use them together, there was a lot of time you could see with the thermal, but then there was so much brush in the way that you might not be able to make the shot, which is why the night vision and the thermal work so good together.
And I was just gonna say, they definitely stick out. You see more with the thermal. Like they definitely are, you can very visible for where during the day you're looking like I'm trying to point them out to you guys and you're like, where they're like, where are they at?
What? I didn't have that problem.
Oh, of course, yeah, gun hog. And so yeah,
and if we were here during the day, we wouldn't have seen all the ones that we saw without the thermal.
No,
right, but they'd all been on the ground as well too. So, but having been in the trees like that with a thermal that's where it's at. Yeah, that could have got any better.
So successful day hunt, successful night hunt.
And the best thing is we learned something new. For real, like learn something new.
Coming from our guy.
What? That outlaw can't shoot?
Pound sign crispy misses. Okay, I missed a couple.
And that's it. That's how we close out this video. Shout out to American Outlaw for coming out. Shout out to Crispy. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Travis, so much. Travis, where can people find you if they want to come do something like this?
Instagram, TE_DUBZ, or you can contact me by phone number 407-427-9902. And I do this, I do this daily, weekly, monthly.
Come down to Florida.
It's a lot of fun you can have with your clothes on.
All right. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. If you have questions, comments, experiences similar to this, whatever, hot takes about this whole thing, please put them down in the comments, and we will see you guys on the next one.
Bye, Felicia.